Here's a bucket. This is our yard. I have a few more buckets. I don't know if you'll be able to see them. They're way down there, the far end of the field. There's one on that tree, and you can't see the others. So, this bucket was overflowing a little while ago. I just emptied it. There's another bucket on this side. Wasn't running quite so rapidly, but you can see that's going too. So I gather these, empty these buckets and bring them over to the garage. So we had about 20 gallons in here. That measured about 2.5% sugar content. I'm going to transfer this into buckets and then bring them inside the garage. So, come on in. So in here, I've got a little reservoir that's going to auto feed through this pipe, around the stove pipe, and then it's going to dribble down into the pan. So I fill this up, strain it through a cloth to get all the twigs out. The pan is made of stainless steel, but it's soldered together, which means that if I were to start the fire now with no sap in the pan, I could melt the solder. Once you get sap in the pan, the sap holds the pan to 212 degrees. And I have had it happen. I've had the pan boil dry and had to have it resoldered. I'm going to open this tap here. Let the pan start flooding. You can see how the pan is flooding there. And the way it works is once I get the fire started, it will dribble in at this end at a much slower rate, slow enough so that it can preheat around this coil. And then as the sap gets further and further cooked, it gets forced through into this last section here. And theoretically, if you have a large enough batch, you can close this section off and finish up some of it in here and drain it off, and then shut down for the night and come out the following day and finish it. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just going to boil it all at once. So I've slowed the flow of sap down to a dribble. I have the fire all ready to start with wet matches. And then we pretty much just sit here for about 4 or 5 hours, watch this stuff boil, regulate the flow of the sap into the pan, and then when we've got it pretty close to done, we drain it off and bring it in and cook it on the stove in the kitchen. Finish it off, measure the specific gravity, get it just right, and can it. It's been about 10 minutes, and you can see that the steam is already starting to rise. I haven't reached a full boil yet, but we're getting there. So now we just wait. I have a television out here, and I can bring a good book out as long as I don't fall asleep. Everything's cool. Okay, we've got a pretty good boil going now. You can see how slowly I have it draining out the spout there. That's coming in warm, not boiling or anything, but warm. And it preheats it because when you introduce cold sap to the rear pan, you can lose the boil, and of course what you want to do is start boiling. So this way I'm able to, by introducing preheated sap, I can keep more boil going in all of the sections.